CME family, once again here at the transitioning table with the Gilliam family. Hallelujah. What a joy and a privilege to be here with them and to find out about their transitioning home to the continent. There's so many of you there in the diaspora that are still trying to figure out whether you should come home or not. Here is a young couple that made the transition home. How wonderful, how wonderful. So, those of you who are young and you feel like, I gotta wait, here's a young couple to share with us their transitioning home. Hallelujah. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the transitioning table.
Thank
It's
you.
good to have you. Thank you for agreeing to sit and share with us to the diaspora your
Thank you for inviting
transitioning
us.
home. Introduce yourself to us, please.
I'm Isaac Gilliam.
And Chrissy Gilliam,
Hallelujah. And you, which area, you all also came out of Virginia? Where was-
North Carolina.
North
North Carolina.
Carolina. North Carolina. Yes, they came out of North Carolina. And how was the awakening for you coming into this Bantu truth?
When I was little, I used to question all the time, oh, what if Christianity is just like the rest of the religions? What if it's not real? And so one day mama just came in and daddy came in and they sat down and talked to us. They started apologizing and I'm like, okay, what's going on? And so that's when they started sharing with us some of the things that they had found out. And then they encouraged us to research and do our little research and stuff like that. So when I did, it opened my eyes. We started in from Christianity to the Hebrew Israelite thing, and
Mhm.
from Hebrew Israelite to Bantu truth. So it's been a joy, it's been a pleasure for the Most High to see us and consider us as, hey, these are my children. I know they'll understand and they'll be open hearted to the truth. So it's been a blessing.
That is great.
Yes. And for me, for my awakening, it came through her as well for telling me about it and going back and doing the research and learning more about it as well. And at the time, he had took me out of the church where I was working more. So I wasn't in the church and still into Christianity. So it was a lot easier for the transition into the awakening for the band too.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so the Most High had taken you literally out of the church system for a bit.
Yes.
That is good because sometimes people say, "Oh, you be missing church," and condemning you why you're not in church and stuff like that, but not understanding that your path was being directed by the Most High, so it would have been easier for you to be able to come into this awakening.
Yes.
Right. Wow. And how long have both of you been married?
We just got married January the 15th.
Woohoo! We got newlyweds, y'all, and they transitioned to Tanzania, home to the motherland. Tell me you can't come and spend your honeymoon here, or even come home and get married.
Yeah.
Hallelujah!
Yes.
And so that is so great. And for you, in terms of transitioning here to Tanzania, how has that been for you?
I loved it. I love it. When we first got here, we got quite a bit of stares because we're different. We're from the Western world. So, but I mean, once you speak to people and you show yourself friendly, they'll show themselves friendly back. So it's been really good for me. Different foods, learning a whole nother language. When I was back in the U.S., I was trying to learn American Sign Language. So now I quit that and switched to Swahili since being here. So I love it.
That is great.
And
Okay.
being here for me has just been a sense of peace and a true freedom where you feel like everything has been lifted off your shoulders back from in the States, where you more have to focus on everything that you're doing around you and trying to see what your next move will be. And here's just everything's just at ease.
Necessities. And that's it. And see, so many people believe that transitioning here because of the movies they've seen or the
Yeah.
news they've listened to, it made them to believe that coming to Africa is the biggest mistake anyone can make.
Yeah, they
What can you share with the diaspora and let them know about Coming here is not a mistake.
I share with some of my friends, hey, I'm moving to Africa. They were like, why Africa? They ain't got nothing there and this, that, and the third. I was like, well, no, you can't see it like that. You don't know what they got there. The media, they show you one thing, but you have to go and see for yourself. And when we got here, and I would take pictures and send it back to my friends, hey, this is what I'm seeing, and this is what the media is showing you. So, it's really different. It's not what the TV show you. It's not what the internet shows you. It is so much different and so much better.
You want to share with your views of being here and the transitioning here?
As for being here, it seems just everything seems more natural. Whereas back in the States, everything's just like forced. You just have to adapt to wherever you move to. And being here, everything seems just flowing.
It's like a natural movement. It isn't you don't have to pretend to be something that
Yes,
you just can be yourself in a natural environment.
yes,
That is great. That is great. So that pretensive lifestyle that you have to try and live when you're in America. Or even for me, my original place of birth is the Bahamas, and so sometimes some person wanna live above their means, but here you can just live
all right.
Yeah.
and enjoy life.
Yeah.
Wow. And how have you, like you said, now learning Swahili, that's a journey in itself to just coming from only knowing English to now learning a new language all in itself and adapting to a different culture. How has that transition been for you?
You go
You
ahead.
go
Go ahead. Go ahead.
it's been fun trying to learn a new language and everything about for our true selves of
Mhm.
being African and just learning everything for our homeland.
That's it. Um, the other aspect of that, or what I say, ask a question in terms of planning on raising a family here. This is and the schooling. You'd have your look ventured into looking to the educational system and stuff like that, and see how it is to compare to back and how do you see that?
Well, when I was back in the States, I was a 2 year old teacher. I was working with 2 year olds. Here, I mean, I thought about, working and doing something with family, opening on schooling and everything. And, I've thought about it. In the back of my mind, I'm just like, Chris, don't even worry about working, honey. You ain't got to do that. But, sometimes, I just don't like sitting around the house, Sometimes I just like working. So wherever the Most High takes me, that's what I'm going to do.
I believe that sometimes the things that we acquire in the Western world can benefit the continent at the same
Yes.
time
Yes,
too.
Yes.
So that which you used to do, you may not be concerned about the working right now, but
Hmm.
what you have, you can add to your community with
Yeah.
it at the same time too. So my question to you is, what words of encouragement would you have for your peers, those that are newlyweds like yourselves and contemplating coming home? What would you share? What would you all say to them in terms of their thinking about coming home and what their views is about Africa and others?
just go out and do it. If you're thinking about it, just go ahead and do it. Don't have any second guesses, and it'll be a journey and an experience for the both of y'all, for both husband and wife, of taking the journey here and being in part of the awakening.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. So, in terms of looking forward to what are you looking forward to now in being home and making this transition?
I think what I'm looking forward to most is seeing where the Most High takes us from here. We travel. We just got married. We, go from North Carolina and move to Tanzania. So, what else does He have for us? Because I did not see this one coming. Moving to Africa. So, whatever else He has for us
You're with it.
is it's got to be something big.
And that's it. I would encourage those of you that are listening, and this is a young married couple. They said they just got married about January of this year.
Yes.
So you can imagine making that big transition first from being single to now being married and now moving to a whole new country. To encourage you, to seek the Most High, to
Yes.
seek Him and seek His direction on which part of the continent He is bringing you to. They took the step. They believed that this is where Tatan and Zambi would have them to come to because they know that they are Bantus and the Most High is calling His Bantus back home.
Yes.
I will give you this opportunity just to say words of encouragement to the diaspora. Just give them words of encouragement in terms of their thinking about coming home.
One thing, if you're thinking about coming home, one thing you need to do is research. That's one. Number two, when you do get here, um, leave your Western world thoughts back in the States. You can't come here, you know, with that Western world mindset. You have to open your mind and your heart to new ways, different ways. I mean, there are some things that the US has taught us, like businesses and stuff like that. It's good to bring that to, Africa, because they're going to want to know what can you bring to help out their country. So, yeah, that's what I can do to encourage them. But come, come.
Yeah, okay. Well, you hear it from this beautiful young couple, the Gilliams.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Gilliams. Now, make sure I get these names right. You understand? Because, hey, names are important. And so you hear it from them. Come, take that take that step of faith. And if you're not
Yes.
sure, research, study this Bantu truth, this Bantu awakening. We are the people of the book. And I thank you so much for willingly coming and sharing with us your transitioning here to the continent. Blessings be unto you.